What's going on, guys? Slay by Blade here, and Titanfall. Huge hype for this game. Definitely a lot of talk about it being the CoD Killer. Everybody's really excited for it, and it looks great. It really has looked like a pretty insane game, and a lot of people have been looking forward to it. I haven't talked about it too much on my channel, just because I don't really research games before they come out. Like I rarely talk about the new Call of Duty before they even come out. I don't know much about it, and there's no point in me trying to talk to you guys about it if I don't even know what I'm talking about. That would just cause more problems than solve anything, I'm sure. But beta came out, tons of people were flipping out, not getting codes, buying them off people, all sorts of stuff, and then they ended up opening up the beta anyways, so that sucks for those people, I guess. My boy 8-Bit hooked me up with a code pretty early on, so I was a-okay, been playing it, had a good time, and obviously I was doing this melee only. I'm not going to be shooting on Titanfall, even though it does look like it is insane whenever you're shooting on it. It definitely looks like a pretty fun game, and it was pretty sick melee only too. It definitely wasn't impossible. Some people said they were struggling with it, but made it work. I went positive in this gameplay, and we're playing some attrition, which is essentially team deathmatch, except you get points for killing anything. And when I say anything, it's because Titanfall isn't just pilot v pilot or just person v person. That's what they call them in Titanfall, is pilots. It's they have grunts, it's like combat training and team deathmatch mixed together, and it's just like, I mean, it's cool, but it's definitely different, and that's something that some people have complained about. They're like, oh, there's too many bots running around, and I get where they're coming from, because you feel like you're doing a lot, you know, you're running around beating up all these bots and everything, and you're like, yeah, I'm really destroying people. Oh, watch me punch this guy in the air. There we go. That was pretty sick. And they just, like, whenever you punch them with a Titan, they just, like, explode. It's sick. I love it. But you feel like you're doing a lot beating up all these bots and stuff, and then it turns out that you're not really doing that much, and people are complaining about that. But I feel like that's partly because people, whenever they come out with a new game, people play it like it's Call of Duty, and they're like, oh, sweet, it's going to be like COD with robots. But it's not. It's Titanfall. It's a completely different game. It has robots in it, but it's not supposed to be COD with robots. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's just like, oh, this is going to be like COD with this added to it and stuff, but they can't accept the fact that it's a completely different game, and I think you have to open up your mind and your heart whenever you're considering stuff like that, and you'll enjoy it a lot more. But this gameplay is definitely pretty nasty. I go on a nice rampage, getting all the kicks, and then I go into my Titan and I punch people with that. It's pretty sick, because like, whenever you're coming from the front, you come up to them and you kick them and you get a one-hit kill, and if you come up behind them, you like snap their neck. It's got a little Battlefield-esque feel to it, because you had the little animations whenever you get the stabs and whatnot. And then you call in your Titan, and as you can see, I'm waiting here to call mine in because I only had a couple seconds left on my timer. I call my Titan in, climb into that, and you have this huge gun, but obviously I'm not going to use that, so you just go around punching people in the Titan, and it's like blood splattering everywhere and stuff. Pretty graphic, pretty cool, really enjoying it. And it's all around a really nice looking game. There's definitely some really, you can tell they put a lot of work into it, and like, whenever you try and enter the Titan and stuff, and this is just one thing that I noticed I really appreciated, they have like a different animation for everywhere that you try and jump into the Titan. Like, if you're standing behind it, you like slide in between its legs and it'll pick you up and throw you into it, or if you stand off to the side, it'll like pick you up and place you into its chest and stuff. And it's just all around a really cool aspect to the game. Adding the Titans obviously is pretty much the main point of this game. Coming up on this guy right here, you're gonna punch him into the ground, watch him splatter. And then you've got other people getting Titans at the same time, and you get into these huge fights, and I mean, it is something else. It definitely adds a nice aspect to the game, and it really works. It's not one of those things where you're like, oh man, I wish they hadn't done that. It's definitely vital to the game, and it makes it really enjoyable. And I think coming up here in a second, I start getting shot by somebody else in a Titan, and I end up coming around on him, and then we get into a nice little battle. He starts punching me, or I start punching him, actually. He's going to try and hit me with his guns, but first, I take out all these little specters. Honestly, I played the beta enough to know that they're called specters, but I don't even know what they do. I just know that they shot at me. But right here, I get into this battle with this guy, and I start punching him while he shoots me, and then I take him and I punch into his chest and pull his pilot out, and the whole thing explodes. Pretty sick. Honestly, it's really cool. And then I get out and I start moving around, like maneuvering and stuff, and it's really insane the way that the parkour works. The way that you move around is pretty much how Brink was promised to be. I don't know if anybody remembers that game, but there was tons of hype for that game, and they were talking about how you could wall run and do all these cool maneuvers to get around the map. And that game was a flop. That game was terrible. Everybody hated it, and this is pretty much everything that Brink promised to be and more. And I'm not trying to hype it up too much, because like I said, some people are gonna play this game and they're gonna like wish that it was CoD with robots, and that's not what it's gonna be. But as Titanfall, judging it for the game that it is really cool, guys, and I definitely would I'm definitely planning on picking it up after the Xbox One becomes the more prominent console. As of right now, I'm still sticking to the 360, but as you can see right here, actually at the end of the game, you win, and then there's this thing called the Epilogue where you try and catch all the enemies while they try to get to their ships to escape, and I think that's a really cool aspect to the game. Unfortunately, I didn't really take advantage of that too well. You'll see here that I come across one of the enemies and I start chasing him down, and I keep trying to kick him and I keep thinking that I'm getting him, but you also get a nice little look at the maneuverability in the game. I run up the wall and then swing over the top right there, and I keep trying to kick him, and then eventually I thought I got him right here, but it turns out I got shot in the back, and that was the end of the game for me. But I still ended up going like 8 pilot kills and 9 minion kills, and I think I died 3 times, which is a little over a 2.0 kill death ratio, which is pretty solid for melee only in a game that's brand new and you don't really know all the kicks and stuff to it, so that's pretty dope. But hopefully you guys enjoyed that quick little display of melee only in Titanfall. I'm not sure I'm going to be uploading too much of this. I definitely just wanted to get one video up because I do really enjoy the game, and I think if you get a chance to try it out, you definitely should. Really appreciate you guys watching. You guys take it easy. Peace.